Imagine a world where history's darkest stains could be digitally wiped clean. Blockchain promises an immutable ledger, but can it truly erase past wrongs? We were told technology was our savior. A way to rectify historical injustices and bypass the gatekeepers of truth, a digital scapegoat. For a broken world. But decentralization wasn't built for the innocent. It was built for the desperate. For those of us who had a past we needed the world to forget. The garbage in, garbage out problem. If a lie is written into an unchangeable ledger, does it become the truth? Or does the lie just become permanent? I thought I could hide behind the blockchain. I thought the shadow of my past couldn't follow me into the decentralized web. I was wrong. Are we creating a new path to justice? Or just a new digital echo chamber for our oldest sins? Blockchain records transactions, but it can't record the emotional fallout. It can record the transfer of land, but it can't hear the cries of those who were forced off it. Manipulation doesn't happen on the chain. It happens in the shadows. It happens through the same. Deceit that has governed human nature for centuries. We look to douse decentralized autonomous organizations as a new path to collective rectification. A way to vote our way out of injustice. But consensus isn't always justice. Sometimes it's just the tyranny of the majority, cloaked in the language of technology. Technology is just a tool. It's a mirror. If we want a more just future, we have to fix the people holding the tool, not just the code. The ledger might be immutable, but so is karma, and the department never forgets a debt. The question isn't if the technology can erase the wrong. The question is, can you live with what's left? You can encrypt a secret, but you can't kill it for Elias. The dream of a clean slate was about to become a digital nightmare. Meet Maya, a forensic data miner. She doesn't look for coins. She looks for the ghosts, the tiny inconsistencies that prove her ledger has been manipulated by human hands. Maya knew the truth. Blockchain doesn't erase history. It archives it, and if you know where to look. The scars of deceit are glowing like a beacon. Decentralization was supposed to provide privacy, but for a man with this secret, every peer-to-peer connection feels like a pair of eyes watching from the dark. Can a digital ledger truly rewrite the narrative of injustice? Or does it just give the truth a new way to haunt the guilty? Maya understood what the blockchain enthusiasts ignored. To find the truth, you have to leave the code behind and talk to the people who were left in the cold. She found it. A timestamp error. A human mistake during the erasure. The proof that the past hadn't been wiped, it had only been hidden. The nobody was now a CEO. But the higher you climb on a foundation of lies, the harder the floor hits when the ledger breaks. The karma department doesn't want your money, Elias. It wants the one thing you can't buy back, your reputation. Is this justice or just another form of manipulation? Maya was using the same tools as Elias, but for a different master. In an immutable system, the truth doesn't just come out. It explodes. You thought the blockchain could erase the past, but you forgot one thing. The ledger is public. And the world is finally ready to read your story. Elias thought he could buy silence. He followed a set of encrypted coordinates into the deepest corner of the decentralized web, a place where identities are supposed to be truly erased. Welcome to the Ghost Layer, a virtual space built on a private blockchain with social. Engineering is the only law. Here, the garbage in is whatever you're willing to pay for. Maya didn't come to negotiate. She came to demonstrate a flaw in a DAO. Power belongs to the majority. But what happens when the majority is built on a lie? Elias offered her enough crypto to disappear forever. He believed that every wrong has a price. Tag that can be paid off in the ledger. But Maya wasn't just a miner. She was the architect of a justice DAO. She had coded the intent of the victims into the very fabric of this virtual space. The real play wasn't in the code. It was social. Maya had used a private meeting to broadcast his confession to every token. Hold her in his company in real time. Decentralized governance means no one is too big to fail. The very system Elias used to hide his crimes was now being used to vote for his removal. Garbage in, garbage out. Elias had put flawed data into his life, and now the system was purging him like a virus. Can technology record intent? Maybe not. But it can be used to redirect the flow of power once the deceit is exposed. The money arrived, but the years lost couldn't be reclaimed. Even in an immutable system, the echoes of injustice persist. Elias learned the hard way. You can delete the file, but you can't delete the memory of the person you stepped on to get ahead. Is blockchain a truth machine? No. It's a mirror. And if you don't like what you see, the fault isn't in the ledger, it's in the soul. The Karma Department has closed the file on Elias, but for the rest of you, remember, your digital footprint is permanent, but your character is what determines if that's a blessing or a curse.